name's Maya, and I'm a gallery interpreter for the Natural History Museum of Los Angeles County. Today we're going to talk about how NHM's collection has indigenous Filipino textiles and how learning from those textiles can teach us about the natural landscape of the regions in the Philippines that they're from, and how those textiles can also teach us about the culture and the history of the Filipino people. Our collection at NHMLAC has indigenous Filipino textiles dating back to the 1900s. A lot of these textiles come from the mountainous province in the northernmost island of the Philippines called Luzon. Within this province, there are several different groups. The Igorot, which is a name or a term for a collective group of peoples that reside within these mountains. The Ilocano, the Kalinga, and the Ifugao.
A plant fiber that we can see being used in these cloths is Abaca. When using this plant, the outer layers are stripped away from the leaves and the inside pulp is cleaned out. What's left are the thin fibers that are woven into the cloths. Abaca can have many different colors of fibers, like reds, purples, beiges, or browns and white.
Another plant fiber that we might see in some of these indigenous textiles is called piña. Piña comes from the pineapple plant, and the pineapple plant is processed in a very similar way that the Abaca plant is processed. And it's actually the fiber that's most commonly used when making the national costume of the Philippines, the barong Tagalog.
This barong in our collection features buttons with the face of Jose Rizal. Rizal was a Philippine nationalist and is still widely considered a hero for his writings that advocated for political reforms for the colony under Spain. Philippine Revolution in 1896 was in part inspired by his writing. While the barong Tagalog is the national costume of the Philippines, it is historically worn by men. The woman counterpart of the barong would be made of the same fibers, abaca or piña, and were woven into a dress called the Maria Clara. The Maria Clara dress has a blouse called terno. The big sleeves depicted in the terno are later reflected in the Filipiniana dress, which gained popularity in the 80s.
We see the barong Tagalog mostly worn by men in the Philippines, and in fact it was probably brought here to Los Angeles by some of the first Filipino immigrants, the Manongs, who would work in agricultural fields in California. If you're looking for some of these textiles today, you don't have to travel across the ocean to the Philippines to find them. You can actually take a look at what some small business owners are doing in the Philippines today. In fact, in the Philippines, there's a number of small business owners that are actually creating pieces, things like blouses, skirts, different things that you might wear every single day, but they're incorporating these indigenous Filipino textiles. They actually reach out to these tribes in the provinces that they're living in, and they ask for their help in creating them. As these people create the textiles and as the artisans create the pieces made from the textiles, they're engaging in a type of fashion called slow fashion. Slow fashion basically means that you are ethically sourcing where your materials come from. It is part of a greater sustainability movement, and in fact, since so many of these small business owners are engaging in this and connecting with people across the Philippines, they're also connecting with each other and supporting each other as they move to sell these pieces and to reach out to different communities. I want to say thank you so much for tuning in, and that I hope you have a great rest of your day.